As you know, okay, so as I've mentioned earlier, my name is Hayat Abdurrahman, moderating this session for the Visible Wiki Women project in collaboration with Whose Knowledge. I'd like you to introduce yourself and tell us where you're joining us from, and urging everyone to uphold the mutual respect policy regardless of our diverse backgrounds and differences. So I'll be looking forward to meeting you in the chat. You can introduce yourself in the chats. My name is Hayrat Abdurrahman. Once again, I'm from Abuja, Nigeria, and I'm glad to be here with you. I'll be glad to welcome you as well if you introduce yourself to me in the chat, and we'll be glad to kickstart the session. Hello. Okay, thank you for joining, Pascaline from Lagos. Really? Okay. Uh, we have Anna from Makurdi. We have Amarachi from Nigeria, of course. We have Ruth from Nairobi, Kenya. Oh, thank you for joining all the way from Kenya. We have Semau from Ghana. Thank you for joining all the way from Ghana, Semau. Yeah, let's keep it coming. We're going to have some fun. We're here to contribute to open knowledge, and I appreciate your time and for joining us today. Kindly continue to introduce yourself in the chat. I'll be glad to meet you, and I'll be glad to announce your presence here. So we have another participant, Aipu Adoba from Abuja. Oh, nice to meet you, Aipu. Thank you very much for joining this session. Keep it coming while we move ahead. Of- So we won't waste too much time. I'll give a brief introduction before yielding the floor to our trainer for today. And it's so easy what we're going to be doing today, adding structured data to Wikimedia Commons, very easy. Before we proceed, there is a short, it's quite like a tradition now that we usually embark on, where we engage on Mentimeter to answer a few fun questions, and that is to ease our tension if we have gone through that today. If we have been working throughout, I would like us to engage in this fun icebreaker session where we answer a few interesting questions and uh, fill you in on what we're going to be doing today. So I would like Amarachi to please share the link to the icebreaker session. You can join the icebreaker session by clicking the link. She'll join it. She'll send it in the chat very soon. So if you haven't, kindly introduce yourself in the chat, and we'll be glad to acknowledge your presence here. This meeting is being recorded and will be made available for reference purposes on our link YouTube channel. So the link has been dropped in the chat. Kindly click the link and it will take you directly to the interface of the Mentimeter. You can find the link in the chat. Click the link. It will take you to the interface of the Mentimeter, and Amarachi can share her screen and we'll be able to see what's going on. You don't have to be you don't have to be on the Zoom meeting while you're on the Mentimeter because it might take you out of the Zoom. But the screen will be shared, you'll be able to see everything. So once you're on the Mentimeter, kindly let us know. Okay, Amarachi, can you share the screen? Okay, yeah. Can you see the screen? Well, welcome, Geraldine. Geraldine
Yes,
from
I can.
Ebonyi State, that's Nigeria. Thank you. Thank you, Ella, for joining this call from Makurdi. It's nice to have you around, Ella. So you can click the link, it's in the chat to the Mentimeter. It will lead you directly there. So let's have some fun. If you click the link, it will take you to the screen, to the Mentimeter, and we can answer a few questions. Fun questions, not too serious. It will just give you an insight into what we're doing here, and you'll have a better understanding, you know. Let's just have some fun. Before we start, we have Sheriff from Wikimedia Burkina Faso. Oh, it's nice to have you here, Mr. Sheriff. It's nice to have you here. So today we're going to be discussing how to add structured data on Wikimedia Commons. Before we proceed, we are to engage in this fun Mentimeter, and we'll proceed. Okay, Amarachi, your hands up.
Yes, I think the link to the Mentimeter is kind of lagging. So I think we can actually use the chat box to react and all of
Answer the
that.
questions, right?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay, so if you can't join the Mentimeter, you can actually view your screen and then answer the questions you see on the screen in the chat. I'll be glad to, I think it'll be fun like that as well. Are we all ready? Kindly show your thumbs up or your favorite emoji. Are we ready to engage in this Mentimeter? Yeah, I can see one thumbs up. Can we have more, please? We have 20 people on the call. Okay, thank you, Mr. Yahya. I need more acknowledgements, please, so we can all proceed. Geraldine, thank you. Pascaline, yeah. More hands, please. I can see 20 people on the call. Can you please respond so we can start this session? Okay, thank you. Are we ready to engage in the chat box? While you view your screen, you'll be able to answer the questions in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, you're just joining us. We are about to start a Mentimeter question, which you can see on, someone is sharing her screen. You can view the questions. You can just answer in the chat, and that's engaging enough. Since they said the link to the Mentimeter was lagging, so people can contribute while viewing the screen and then responding in the chat. Yeah, we're just starting. So the first question goes, in one word, can you tell us what you feel about today's session? I think that's what the question is talking about. In one word, how do you feel about today's session? You can answer in the chat. I'll be reading. Hmm. People are excited. People are optimistic. Yeah. Let's have them coming. Glad. Okay. I'm glad to have you here as well. Fantastic. Thank you. You should tell us how you feel about today's session, okay? We're just starting and you can just tell us how you feel. People are feeling excited. Thank you. We are anticipating what today's training is going to be like. It's going to be a fun training. Talk about describing very fun things you can see in a picture. Don't worry, our trainer today will take us through it all. And it's a very easy thing to do. Yeah, people are feeling expectant. People are feeling happy. People are feeling excited. I'm excited too, especially having you on board. Thank you for joining. So yeah, people are feeling good. Let's go to the next session, please. The next question. The next question says, which Wikimedia project do you use the most? Yeah, this should be fun. Which one do you use the most? If you are already an established Wikimedian, you can tell us, oh, Wikidata, Wikidata, Wiki Commons. Yeah, I can see one grandmother talking about Wiki Commons. Okay, there's Wikidata is winning. Wikipedia and Wikidata, of course, of course. It's how easy you can contribute to Wikidata. I think that's why it has ooh, wiki quotes. That's good. Okay. Wiki quotes, Wikipedia, Wikidata. Oh, beautiful. Nice to have you here. So, uh, no much contributions on Wiki Commons. Okay, no problem. We're here to teach you. Next question, please. It says, which platform powers structured data on Commons? This is quite tricky. Which platform powers structured data on Commons? Some grandmothers don't they answer. Umo. We have we have options: Wikidata, Wikipedia, Magic, and they said I don't know. So what is it? Okay. Which platform powers structured data on Commons? Yeah, we have one correct answer. Oh, oops, I just goofed. Wikidata. Someone answered Wikidata in the chat, and that's correct. Are you confused? Don't you know the answer? Come on. Only one answer. Oluchi, thank you very much for responding to that. Anna, thank you. Wikidata is the correct answer. I don't want us to dwell so much on this. That's why I'm kind of okay. So, oh, that's all. Thank you for participating. So, when talking about structured data, we are actually referring to Wikidata. So, thank you for participating. And see you all in the next session. Thank you for sharing the screen as well. So if you're just joining us, welcome to the second edition or second training for the Visible WikiWomen project in collaboration with Whose Knowledge. We are here to teach you, we are here to teach you how to contribute to open knowledge and, we're summing up the knowledge of African narrative. We're trying to complete the knowledge. We're trying to populate the African data on wiki platforms. Talk about Wikipedia, Wikidata, Wikimedia Commons, and wiki quotes and all of that, the wiki platforms generally. So today we're going to be discussing how to add structured data to Wikimedia Commons because that's a project we're going to we have our topic list needs these data and you can you can contribute in your language and English as well. So I'd like to yield the floor now to our trainer who's going to be teaching us how to add structured data to pictures or photos on Wikimedia Commons. Before that, I'm sure she's going to introduce us to what Wikimedia Commons is, apart from being a repository as well for media files. She's going to teach us a few other things and other, what to know about Wikimedia Commons. So I yield the floor now for Amarachi Okoro, our trainer. Thank you very much. And you have the mic.
Thank you so much, Irat. Good evening, everybody. All right, so my name is Amarachi Okoro, and I'm privileged to be here to take us on this particular training, which will help us participate actively on this particular ongoing campaign or project by the Africa Wiki Women. All right, so before I proceed, I would like to drop the link to the event page, the chat, so that we can actually go through it and understand what is expected of us and all of that. Okay, and with us, please. All right. So the link is there in the chat. All right. So I will start by sharing my screen. All right. Can anybody see my screen now? Irat, please confirm if you can see my screen.
It's coming up. It's
All
coming up.
right.
Yes, we can
All
see
right.
it now. We can see it now.
All right. So today we'll be talking about structured data, how to add structured data to Wikimedia files on Commons. And before we proceed, I want to explain what we are expected or why we are doing this particular training. So the Africa WikiWomen is in collaboration with the Whose Knowledge. We are adding descriptions, translating descriptions on Commons to various local languages. And this particular training also is to enable us participate by adding structured data to files on Commons, right? So this particular training is going to equip us with the skills that we need to be able to participate actively on this particular project. So at the end of today's session, each and every one of us will get to know what structured data is. We'll get to know how to add structured data to Wikimedia files, and then we'll jump onto the practical session of this practical application of what we'll be learning afterwards. So what is structured data? All right, so structured data is information stored in machine-readable format, which enables both humans and machine to understand. Now, when you come on Wikimedia Commons, you find files there, which can be photos, videos, and the rest. Now, when there's a structured data for that particular file, it makes it readable for machines and human beings too. And these data are linked to structured statements on Wikidata, thereby making the information findable. One of the major aim of structured data is to make information findable, like without so much stress. You can be able to pick a particular file just based on a particular information that is being attached to that particular folder or file. So what does structured data do? Just like I said, it makes files easier to find through filtering. Like when you impute using the keywords related to a particular file that you wish to get feedback from, once a file has a structured data and you search for it, it makes it easier to be found and to be reused. Now, the second function of structured data is that it connects Wikimedia Commons files to Wikidata items. So when we get down to this part, to the practical aspect, you understand this particular point. Now, the third thing that structured data do is that it allows usability by both human beings, which entails anybody who has access to the Wikimedia Commons and the files related to it. And you know that it is not just human beings that make use of information that we have here, both on Wikipedia and Wiki Commons and Wikidata. Machines too access this particular information. I mean, when we use our AIs and AI applications to ask questions and make queries, these AI applications actually sort for information from Wikipedia, not just Wikipedia, it also sources its information from other platforms, which Wikipedia Wikimedia Commons and Wikidata is not excluded. They are all included in these platforms that machines can actually access to get information. So how does structured data work? Right? So structured data uses Wikidata properties and statements to identify details. Right? So when you're adding a structured data to a particular file, you use Wikidata properties and statements to identify a particular detail. Secondly, these properties and statements are stored on Wikidata for richer context and consistency. And also, structured data of files can be viewed and edited by just clicking on structured data on the File tab. Now, when we get down to the practical aspect, you get to understand all of these explanations better. So here are the common structured data properties that we are expected to actually impute in a file on Commons, right? So we have the P180, which the label is depict, right? Now, when you have a particular photo, right, and you're expected to add a structured data to it, first and foremost, it is very important that you indicate what that particular picture is depicting. That is, what does this particular property answers the question? What is the picture telling you? What are you seeing? That is it. What does the picture depict? What can you see in the picture? And then the other property is also the P170, which is the creator. When you add structured data to files on Commons, you have room to, make attributes of the photo to to the owner of the particular file. I will also have the date of creation, and we have the location of the creation, and we have the licensing and the copyright status. These are the common and most expected structured data properties to be found in a particular file when adding this data to a file. So now, extra tips: always add the PIT and mark the item that is prominent. That way, any individual that is viewing that particular file can actually know that, okay, this is the item that is prominent. This is the main story, or this is the main thing in this particular picture, while the others are just there to complement it. And then we have the second one, which is add multiple values if there are other subjects in the photo. Take, for instance, you see a photo of a woman, shopping, right? Now, the focus is on the woman, but that doesn't mean that you don't have other things or other items around her, which can actually be added to that particular, that can be added as data to that particular photo. The third one is to use specific Wikidata item as value. Take, for instance, you have a photo, and you have a photo of an animal, and you just term it animal. Now, we have various types of animal. We have the mammals, which human beings and elephants and the rest. But when you streamline it to, let's say, elephant, by choosing elephant, you are specifically telling or adding value that this particular item is an elephant, not just any animal, but an elephant. So when you're adding structured data to Wikimedia files, you're expected to use specific Wikidata items as value. Right? So before we proceed to the practical aspect, I want to take questions, and then we can proceed to the practical session of this particular session. So I'm in the chat. If you have any question, Mm. Irat, are you still there? I don't know if we have any question in the chat, or should I just proceed?
I think you should proceed. We don't have questions yet, and people are not identifying that they have questions. I think you've explained everything that needs to be understood. You can
All right.
proceed. If they have questions, they will drop it in the chat and I'll notify you. Well
All right.
done.
Thank you. All right. So I'll be moving on to the practical aspects of this training. So here is the meta page of this particular campaign that we are of this particular project. And um, we have list of photos on Commons that we are expected to add structured data to, right? So we have a whole lot of pictures here. And for this particular list, as you can see, it is stated here that it is list of photos on Commons to add structured data to. So I'll proceed to, let's see. Let me use this particular picture as a sample to what we've been explaining. Hope you can still see my screen. All right. So please, before you make any edits, ensure that you're logged in. Ensure that you're logged in. So I'll proceed to log in. Ensure that you log in before you make any edits. So I'm trying to log in. So when you click on any photo on this particular list, it brings you to this interface, right? It brings you to this particular interface, as you can see. Now, to enable us make edits, we click on View on Wikimedia Commons. Now, we are now viewing this particular file on Wikimedia Commons, right? So this is where you find the structured data. So once you click on the structured data, all right, so you see that this particular picture has the depicts on it. I think I'll have to look for another photo so that can start from scratch. Let's see. All right. So we have this particular file. Why I love this particular task, which is adding structured data to files, is that it's quite easier and everybody, even newbies, can actually find their feet and contribute their own quota to the open knowledge space. Now, this photo is on Commons. Let me share it with us. Let me share the link with us so that you can play around it too. So now we are here in the structured data, and we can see that nothing has been, if we can recall what I said earlier when we were having this the theoretical aspect of this training, where I shared the common structure properties, one of which is depict. And as we can see, we don't have any value here for depict. But for creator, we already seen that, okay, the details of the creator, the owner of this particular work, has been imputed. And let's check if the date of creation has been added to. Yeah, inception. Let me hold on. 24, 21st March 2024. So this inception was used for date of publication. I think we'll allow it be. Then we don't have location of creation. Let's see the licensing. We don't have the, okay, we have the licensing, and we also have the copyright status. So I think we'll just proceed to add the depict. What is this picture telling us? What can you see in this particular photo? I'm asking us a question. Let's see if we understand what I'm trying to say. Can anybody tell me what he or she can see here on the screen in this particular file? I'm waiting for us. If you're shy, you can actually type, yes, a human being, a lady, good, a female. Yes, thank you. And remember that one of the tips that a lady, thank you, one of the extra tip that was given to us is that we should use specific Wikidata items as what? As value. So let me see. That we'll use human, that is a gender or sex, to indicate that the human. Which one is preferable to use, woman or female? I want this particular session to be interactive because we are meant to contribute individually too after this session. So which do we think is better? Should we go with the female or should we go with the second option, woman? Which do you think does justice to it? Okay, let me check if I have any response in the chat. Female. Female. All right, so we use female. We publish. Then what else can we see here? I'm still in the chat. We are doing this together. What else can we see here in this photo? A camera, exactly. A camera. You see, we'll go by an optical device for recording and transmitting photographic image and videos. Thank you. What else do we see here? Yeah, a green field. Yeah, we can see, I can see a field, that's a grass. Let's see. Let me see. Green field. No, please not say it. Yeah, we also, let's go with grass. Can go with grass. And we can also see trees. I don't know if anybody saw that. Trees. And we also have, let's see, we have a bottle of water. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I can see a pole too. But is this a lamp pole? Yeah, I think it's a lamp pole. Over there is a lamp pole. No. Let's use lights. Yeah, street light pole. This one does justice to it. So you see that with this particular, yes. Okay, can you see this part? Can you see this? This is visible too. This pole is visible. Can you not see it? And even the water can. We've been adding files that we've been adding values to we've been adding values that are, if this particular one is not that clear, but the blue post too is clear. I don't know if you saw that one here there too. The one that my cursor is resting on. Is that okay? Okay. So now we've been able to add items that we can actually see in this particular photo. All you now do is do what? You publish your changes. You publish your changes and yes. And then remember to mark the prominent, the one that is significant, the item that catches everybody's eyes, the significant view, which is what it's actually an interactive session, you know? So I need us to answer via the chat so that I can proceed. So which one of all the items that we've actually of all the values that we've actually attributed to this particular file, which of the value is prominent? The woman, exactly. So the woman. Remember that whatever you're doing, once you've made changes, ensure that you publish your changes and you're good to go. And you're good to go. That's just what adding structured data to files is all about. Now, I don't know if we have any questions because we still have, yeah, the camera too is prominent. Thank you. Something that catches our attention. So do we have any question before we proceed with other information? Yes, please. Thank you for that. Right. It is the person. It is the person that is prominent and all of that. So do we have any question before we proceed? Please be informed that this is an office hour and I want to take our questions for this particular training. So kindly, what about the identification card? It's not clear really, right? It's not clear really. So we can't even say that it's an identity card because the woman is not facing us. So we can't see from behind clearly, right? Does that answer your question? So do you have any other questions? So I can run us through the other information regarding this particular project. All right, thank you. Thank you for indicating. All right, so I will have to run us through this particular project as we are looking at concluding this project by the 3rd of December. This particular project will come to an end, and that means we still have, let me calculate. All right, and all right, so Dene, can you unmute and ask your question? All right. Now, when we speak of structured data, right, we are looking at, when we speak of structured data, we are looking at how to put information in such a way that even human beings and machines can read it, and how to make files accessible on Commons and across other Wikimedia projects. And for structured data, we link values statements about a photo to Wikidata values. Now, for this particular photo, right, we cannot just keep using her. All that is required of us to do is to identify what our eyes can see on a particular image, on a particular file on Common. Then we link it to a value, the best value that describes it on Wikidata, right? Now, we saw this photo, and before we imputed the pit, we actually looked at this photo critically, and we discovered that we can see a female, not just a female, we can see that she's holding a camera. Not just that, you can also see that she's holding a can of water, a bottle of water. We can also see the pole. So these are the things that this we'll call it, for me, the pit is more like what the photo is telling you, the story that the photo is telling you. Now, this photo is telling us that a young woman is standing in the field with a camera, and we have trees by the side. That is just what the pit means. And all that you're expected to do is to link what you can see here to values that we have on Wikidata. This value, female, was from Wikidata. As we typed it, we're able to select it, the camera, the grass, the tree, the water bottle, and the street light. Is it making sense now? Can you react so I'll know that this is clear? All right. Thank you. Thank you. So I'll go over this particular session, this particular campaign, for us to understand, because I know that some persons are just joining this particular session, but we've actually had our first session in launch of this particular campaign. This particular campaign is mostly Wikimedia Commons related campaigns. We are working around photos on Commons in collaboration with Whose Knowledge. Now, Whose Knowledge have photos that was uploaded on Wikimedia Commons, right? And some of these photos are still lacking. They are still lacking some details. And you know, one of the ways to make an information accessible when that particular data has the required information so that whoever that is using it can get in full detail what that particular data is all about. Now, we have photos that were uploaded by whose knowledge, and most of them don't have structured data, which was what we worked on today. And let me share the link to the meta page with us again. So once you go on this particular meta page, if you scroll to the list, you will see various categories of what is expected of you to do as a participant of this particular campaign. Now, we've spoken, or we've learned how to add structured data to Wikimedia Commons files. So all you have to do, if you are okay, and for me this particular task is fun to get involved in, you just come here on the list, you click on any of these photos and you add structured data to them. That's just what is required of you. And if you feel like you don't want to work on this particular task, we also have list of photos on common to describe. We have list of photos on common to describe, and which most people already done this. I'm still trying to see if I can pick one randomly. Okay, this one has been done. And with us, please. I'm trying to. Most of the pictures on this particular list have been exhausted. The ones that are yet to be worked on will be moved to structured data. So we are looking at leaving this list. We are looking at leaving this list. Now, we still have a whole lot of work to do on the list of photos on Commons to translate their descriptions. We still have a whole lot. Let me get a particular photo so that we can describe together. All right, so this particular photo, can we still see my screen? This particular photo, if you can see my screen, please indicate. Use your favorite emoji, react. Let me be sure that we are still together. All right, thank you. Thank you. So now this is a photo. As usual, you click on view on Wikimedia Commons. And here we are. Now, this particular picture, I'm from the Igbo. I'm an Igbo girl, right? And I work on describing translating this particular description to Igbo, right? So the English description says a woman selling fish in the streets of Akure.
Accra, that's Accra, Ghana.
Accra. So don't mind me. Accra. Thank you. So
It's Accra, Accra.
Accra. So now, I don't know if I was too fast. Now, once you click on this, remember you click on the link to the particular photo, the file, then you come down to this place. You have the summary and you have the description. Remember, from our last session, we were informed that description tells us more about a particular file. Now, reading this particular description is telling us that this is a woman selling fish, right? In Ghana, in the street of Accra, right? So you click on edit Now, I copied the link to enable us figure out, because you know that on Wikipedia we have 343 languages, right? And for you to know the language code, let's take for instance, I want to translate this description to Igbo. The language code for Igbo is IG. Maybe you want to translate to your own native language, but you don't know the language code for that particular language. I'm sharing the link with us. You can just go there. It has a list of all the languages that we have on Wikipedia. So once you go there with their codes, so once you go there, you see for yourself the code of the particular language that you want to translate to, right? So Pascaline, can you please, my laptop keyboard does not have um that Igbo version. Can you please help me with Nwanyị na-ere azụ? Nah, I don't know how do we describe streets or okporo ụzọ? Pascal, you are the only Igbo that I know here. Or if we have other Igbo people, please let's work on this together. Nwanyị na-ere azụ n'okporo ụzọ Accra, right? Pascal, can you please type it quickly and share in the chat so that I can show them further because of the recom and the necessary things there. Oh my God. How do I do this now? Okay, let's see how I can work around this. Okay. Let me one. But my Igbo is not that clean, no. So for newbies, right, to be able to do it very well, I advise you can actually copy this particular one and just make edits.
You should check the chat first. Check our chat. I think I'm reacting to it.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, thank you so much. Nwanyị na-ere azụ n'ahịa. Ụzọ is street, not ụzọ. I don't know how best do we describe street. N'ụzọ Accra.
Sorry, Amarachi, you can use Nama.
Nama, okay.
Nwanyị na-ere azụ Nama.
Nama Accra.
Road, like I don't know.
Ama is not Ama is not a written Igbo, please. It's not in the. You can't use Ama in written Igbo. If you're writing Igbo, it should be Uzo, rather. Yes.
That is not a central Igbo.
Yeah, you don't write. You can't write writing Igbo. That word should be Uzo.
Okay.
N'okporo ụzọ Accra. Yeah, so this is it. Nwanyị na-ere azụ n'okporo ụzọ Accra. So once you've done that, you see, the preview is already showing that I've described this particular description in Igbo. So now you proceed to add your edit summary. Translated. And then I publish. All right, go ahead, Pascal.
Okay, can you scroll up to your translation? That place, no, go back to, yeah. Nwanyị na-ere azụ n'okporo ụzọ. That's na is
Okay.
right, and then apostrophe.
Recom, right?
Uh,
Recom elu. Yes. Yes, my Igbo is still learning work, but I'm still an Igbo girl. Yes, thank you for that. So once that is done, you see that you're good to go, right? So I don't know if we have anybody from maybe Yoruba. You can just put in the chat the translation of this particular description so that we can work together, right? We've done that of Igbo, we'll try that of Yoruba and other languages. That is, if we are not shy, you can just work on it together. But if we are okay with this, then I'll tell us the next step once we've actually like done this. Oh, Hausa is there, but we already have the translated version of that description. Or do you want us to work on another one? Mr. Yahaya. So sorry. Would you prefer that we look for another file that we can add description, Hausa description to? Is that okay? I'm waiting for a response. Oh, I guess it's shy. So moving forward, so once you've done that, you see that there is we have tasks that can actually go around for everybody. We have a whole lot of tasks that you can work on. So once you've concluded with that, you can still come back to the list, and pick another one and pick another picture of your choice, and add translations to your language translation. Please be informed that you only add translation to you only translate the language that you understand. For me, I don't understand Hausa, so I cannot go and start using machine translation to add Hausa translation to this description. It's not acceptable, right? So if you know the language that you understand, that you can write, then yeah, we'll choose another one. Then you can proceed to add translation to it. So which one do we choose right now? There was this one I saw of makeup people. All right, I just hope. Oh, see, someone already translated it to Hausa. Catherine. I'll check another photo for you. Someone already added. Okay. This is a video. Take it out. I think Hausa people, they are doing great. Oh my God. Catherine, can you see what I'm seeing right now? I think the individuals from other languages should actually add their own language description to photos. We have a whole lot. Oh, I'm left with no other option, Catherine. I guess you have to stick with the. Yes, I can still add Igbo. Do you speak Igbo? Do you want to help us? Let me see. Hey, this one is a tough one. Is a Zimbabwe feminist advocate for sexual and reproductive health and rights. All right, so my Igbo people, can we add this together so that Catherine can learn? Pascaline, are you still there with me? All right, so should we translate this or should I look for, let me get that makeup artist one so that we can translate it quickly. Okay, I think this will be fun to work on. So we have a makeup artist at work during Africa Makeup and Beauty Fair in Ghana. Yeah, we'll be rounding off very soon. In less than the next 20 minutes should be out of this place. So now I already translated this one. I already translated it because I wanted to edit it before the session. So, but my Igbo friends here, this is what the Igbo translation that I have for this particular photo. I don't know if it's okay. Onye na-eme ihe etemete nọ n'ọrụ n'oge ihe ngosi etemete na I think ịchọ mma nke Africa na Ghana. Is that okay? Onye na-eme ihe etemete, that is a makeup artist nọ na ọrụ n'oge, at work during the. All right, so what do you suggest we do, Pascaline, if it's not okay? Merit, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm trying to reason. I'm trying
Onye
to.
na-eme ihe. Onye na-eme ihe etemete. Yeah, etemete is makeup now. I know that one. Etemete is makeup.
And somebody said Ichoma. I think Ichoma is preferable.
Okay, onye na-eme ihe ịchọ mma or onye na-achọ mma. Which should we add? Onye na-achọ mma. Onye na-achọ mma nọ
Please read the
n'ọrụ.
heading again.
Okay, a makeup artist, right, at work during Africa Makeup and Beauty Fair in Ghana. Onye na-achọ mmadụ mma, bam. E.g. this thing, like, this is it. I think
well done, Pascaline. Now you be Igbo, yeah.
it's the person that posted it is Ebube Chika Okoye. Pascaline said artist is Igbo. In Igbo is Onye Omenka. So how do we now say it now? Onye Omenka na-achọ mma dị mma. I think we should just go with Onye
Let's go
na-achọ.
with Onye na-achọ mmadụ mma.
Yes, I think. Let me edit this. Remember, I always advise, just copy this so that if you're a newbie, if you're an old editor, remember you add your language code. For Igbo, the language code is IG. For Hausa is HA. For English is EN. I think for Yoruba is YO. And the rest, I can't remember the others now. So whenever you're adding translation, description translation, ensure that you have your curly brackets, you input your language code, then you have this sign there, and then you proceed with your write-ups. So I'll add my own Igbo translation now. Yes, for French is FR. Yes, thank you, Pascaline. Onye na-achọ mmadụ mma. Okay, onye na-achọ nọ n'ọrụ n'oge ihe ngosi ịchọ mma. Okay, I'll edit it. Nọ n'ọrụ.
Do we need to put that nonoro? I think Oyana Chomaduma has. I don't know. Others should get their opinion. But I feel that that's
He said a
nonoro.
makeup artist at work.
You know, we don't have to translate word for word.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Onye
Let's
na-achọ
get their opinion too.
mmadụ mma n'oge ihe ngosi ịchọ mma nke Africa na Ghana. I think that one works.
Yeah, I think it's better. Someone can still improve it more if we didn't get it. But it's better.
Okay. Na ihe ngosi ịchọ. I don't have this Igbo keyboard, so I'll have to. Na ihe ngosi ịchọ mma. Nke Ghana. Nke Africa na Ghana. So if you check my preview, you see that it has already translated here. I've already translated it.
Check the translation. It's not correct.
Onye na-achọ mmadụ mma na ihe ngosi pụta. What was that? Na ihe ngosi ịchọ mma nke Africa na Ghana. It's good now, right? Thank you. So once you've done that, you proceed to add what you've done. Then you publish. Now, yes, and basically that's what we have. We also have a list of photos to create items for on Wikidata, but we've actually exhausted that particular list. Okay, let me confirm. Yeah, we've exhausted. Okay, we just have one more left. We have one more left. Just create an article for this particular photo, and then that's just it. So there's room for everybody. There is a task for everybody. There is a means for everybody to contribute to this particular campaign. Now, please be informed that there will be reimbursement. Now, for this reimbursement, you are expected to fill the participant form with the link to the relevant edit that you've done. That way you'll be reimbursed. I'll go through our reimbursement category or criteria I'll share the link to the participant form with us. So why this comes up, now this is more like our Rubik score for the reimbursement. Now, we have 6 criteria, and you are expected to choose from each of them. So if you're going to work on any particular task, you choose one. Now we have, if you're to improve, firstly, 10 image descriptions. If you improve the description of 10 images on Commons, you're entitled, yes, you earn 5 USD. If you translate 10 image description into local languages, you get 5 USD. And if you create 5 new items, that is Wikidata items, and add subsequent statements, at least 3 statements, you get 5 USD. Or you can improve 5 existing Wikidata items, which we have here. We have a list here. List of Wikidata items to improve. We have them here. Then we have translate 5 items label into local languages. You get 5 USD. And then for the session that we had today on structured data, if you add at least 3 structured data to 10 images, you have 5 USD. You'll be reimbursed 5 USD. That is for your data and the work you've put in. Now you have 6 tasks. You pick from it the one that you feel you want to do. And then once you are done with your task, you fill the participant link, which Sema already shared in the chat. You fill the participant form. That way, we'll be able to review your edit and reimburse you accordingly. Please be informed that these scoring guidelines, you have to work on just one. You pick from one of the criteria and work on them. You are not expected to, do all of them at once. You just pick your preferred task and get done with it. And once you're done, you ensure that you fill the participant form. And then once we start the review process, you get reimbursed if you do your work right. So basically, that's just what we have for today. I don't know if we have any question. If all is clear, you let me know. If you have any question, please, now is an opportunity to, ask your question and get clarity. Because once you have clarity, you'll be able to participate in this particular project. So I think we are good, right? So we don't have any questions. All right, so in the absence of questions, since we don't have any question, I guess, okay, you have a question. All right, go ahead. Geraldine. I don't know, I just see I have. All right. Yes, after I take your question, Geraldine's questions, we'll take a photo, a group photo. Do we have another training session? All right, so if you are in Tanzania, where are you based? Are you in Tanzania? If you're in Tanzania, we have a training on the 28th, which is an in-person training. But if not, then please be informed that this is our last online session for this particular campaign. That's why we called it also an office hour, where we explain and you have an opportunity to ask your question. All right, so you've not filled the form yet, but you've contributed. So please ensure that you go through the scoring guide. Now, if you're certain that you contributed to one of the criterion, then go ahead to fill you can go ahead with the form. You can fill the form. Yes, please. Yes, this recording will be on our YouTube page, so you can rewatch. The link will be shared in the general group afterwards. Once it's made available by Zoom, we'll post it, and the link will be shared with us. So I already dropped the link to the Meta page, Favor Amarachi, my namesake. Thank you, Merit. Geraldine, I think you will still have to go through the recording again, because I went over this particular the explanation so that you can understand. But I would prefer if you unmute and ask your question so we get what you're saying.
Hello. Hello.
I don't know
We can't hear you. All right, I guess. So Pascaline already answered. I guess the question is around the prominent object. So it's just the prominent object. It's based on the image. You can check another image and you can see another item to be the prominent item, right? It's not just female that is prominent. All right, so please be informed also that we have the link to our social media platforms. Please click on the links individually to follow us, so you get notifications. You can join us for our activities and our sessions. I saw a question. If someone hasn't edited anything in this campaign, how can I answer the part of list, the edit? All right, so it's the question for the form. Now, please be informed that you can only fill the participant form if you've edited, if you've made edit accordingly, in line with the task that is expected of you. I already listed it out. All right, if you want to speak, you can unmute, Baby Jack. Most times they are just shy.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Are we supposed to fill the form after we edit it or before we edit it?
I didn't hear you. Come again, please.
Are we supposed to fill the form after we already performed the task or before?
You have to perform the task because you'll be asked to share the links to the edit that you've made. So if you've not made the edit, you will not have any link of proof of what you've done to share with us in response to the form. Do you understand? So you attend to the task. Then once you're done with your task, you fill your form. That is in completion of your task, and that's just it. You're welcome. All right, so
Hello. Hello.
yes,
Hello,
go
ma.
ahead. I can hear you.
Please, ma, how do I send the link? Like, how do I copy the link
All
when
right,
I'm
so
done with the work?
I need you to confirm, are you in the group, in the WhatsApp group?
Yes, I'm in the group.
Okay, it will be reshared there too. So once we post it there, you can pin it or copy it and the rest. Or you can still just press on the link and it will highlight, then you copy it. It's not hard. All right,
Okay.
Pascal, your hand is up. Go ahead, please.
Okay, I was raising because of the question that the last person asked.
Oh,
What
okay.
link are you talking about? Is it linked to your contribution or the link that we are sharing in this chat, in this Zoom chat?
The link to after I have contributed.
I know that's what
Because
he was asking. So Amarachi, kindly show him where to copy. Go back to the contribution, that woman that you edited. Copy the link and go to the form and paste it so that he will see how it's done.
Oh, okay. That's the question. All right.
Yes.
So hope you can still see my screen. Quickly. Let me copy. I'll use another browser for this link. Please stay with me. So this is the link. This is the form, the participant form. So
Your
I'm
screen is
done.
not showing
I know
you.
that
you are not,
our data
You are not
to
sharing that
yes.
particular browser.
Okay, really? Okay. I'll have to stop sharing and reshare. So I'm sharing my entire screen now. Can anybody see my screen? Okay. So this is the participant form. Now I'm taking it that I am a participant of this particular campaign. And because I attended this particular session and I enjoyed and I understood what Amarachi taught, I now decide to work on adding structured data to 10 images. Remember, for you to qualify, you have to stick with the criteria. So now, I've worked on my first image, which is this. Let me get it. I worked on this particular photo. I added structured data to it. I remember that particular criteria, that task that I'm working on said I should add at least 3 structured data. So I already worked on this particular file. So I'll come here and copy it and come to the file, to the form. Forgotten myself. I'll come to my form and I'll paste it. I've done the first one. Oh. So that means I still have 9 more to do. I'll now go back to the meta page, to the event meta page, and go back to the list and pick another photo, this particular photo, and I'll now start adding structured data to it too. After I'm done adding structured data to it, I'll copy the link here. Remember, you view on Wikimedia Commons. I forgot. Yeah, Pascal, your hand is raised. You edit on Wikimedia Commons first. This is where you come. This is the link that you copy. The link to the Wikimedia Commons, the file on Commons. Right? So once you work on this particular file, let's say I'll add my structured data to this particular file and I will update. Then I can copy this particular link and go and add it to my form. That's how I would do it. That means I still have 8 more. Remember, you have to open the file on Commons, please. Open the file on Commons and then work on it. So that's how you do it. You complete your 10 edits. That is for structured data. But if you prefer to work on other tasks, you're still free. I mean, we have a whole lot of tasks for everybody. So does that answer your question?
yes, ma.
All right, thank you.
Wait, I have another question, ma.
Go ahead, please.
You said something about we can work on other articles, right?
No, if now we have the campaign score guide, right? And we have 6 tasks for you to do. 6 tasks that we are expected of participants to do. So you pick one.
Only one.
Yes. So if you want to work, if you prefer to improve image description, then you work strictly on it. But if you
Okay.
attended this particular session, right, and you learned what has been taught, then you can decide to stick to this particular task, which is adding structured data. Or you enjoyed the description translation that we did, you can stick to it, which is here, the second one, which, so it's you are expected to pick from any of these, but you have to work on one task.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you.
So that others can have what to work on and learn how to edit on this open knowledge space. Yes, please.
Hello, ma. If I may understand you, we need to pick only one tax.
All right. So would that be all for now, please? All
Amarachi,
right. Yes, Pascaline, I'm with you.
someone just asked another question. I don't know. Can I help to answer the question?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Yaya, if I got you correctly, you asked that you were asking if it's one task, right?
Yes, I already explained it to him. Yes.
Okay.
It's one task. You pick from these 6, you pick one, the one that you are okay with, the one that you can do very well. And I expect everybody that attended this particular session in 2 places. You can either work on translating description, or you can work on structured data, because I already taught us how to do that. All right. So thank you everybody for joining. Before we leave, let's take pictures.
There's a question in the chat. I don't know.
Another question.
I think she said,
I already answered all the questions.
okay, she's asking for group link.
Yes.
I've shared the WhatsApp group link here already.
Kindly share it again, please.
Okay.
All right, so Pascaline, while Semawi is at it, can you please take a photo of us?
Okay. Stop
Can
sharing
we? Yeah, let me stop
your screen.
sharing and
Yeah,
stop recording.
kindly turn on
Please,
your camera. Let us see
please,
your face.